Hey, honey, it's your boy King of Shade, and I'm back with an all new, all tea, all shade, honey, episode. Yes, God, honey. Today I'm going to be recapping Love and Marriage DC, honey, the season premiere, which aired last night, starring my girl, the one, the only, the fabulous, the Sonic Samuels, honey. We saw the grand return of Potomac to Real Housewife, honey. And the premiere was really, really good. A very solid premiere. I want to say that. Very solid, very good starting point for the show. And I look at it as more of an introductory episode because we were more so introduced to the cast and their families and who they are as people, so it was a very good introductory episode. I love the graphics. I love the whole setup. It was good last night. Um, I'm going to start off with, of course, my girl because we started off with her last night, Miss Monique Samuel, formerly of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Yes, honey, she's back. She is, taking another step out here in the reality television world because, as we know, her last experience was very traumatic for her. Monique's my girl. She is my friend, and I really, really do adore her. And when she decided to return to reality television, I was nervous as much as she was because I was like, from my last experience, it was a lot, like a lot. They went through a lot, her and Chris being on the other show, and so her coming back and giving it a second go at, I was like, okay, hopefully this time it'll be a smooth transition and she can really show herself and really be comfortable and really, really feel like what she's putting out is truly authentically to her, who she is. So I love it, seeing her with her family and, being reintroduced to the Samuels on the show. We basically got a, more for a well-rounded look at Monique and who she is as a person, as a businesswoman, as a boss, as a mom. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed, seeing them again on television because the Samuels, was a fan favorite on Potomac. So, the fans did love the Samuels. And so I was glad that, they are back. And I'm glad they did, take another stab at this reality television world. Um, the first part of the episode, like I said, it was, them, us, relearning them and learning more about what Monique is doing and what she has been doing, post the other show. So we kind of got a bit of a introduction to that and kind of a bit of a peek into what she's been doing, and then she kind of became like the narrator because we met her other castmates. We met the next group or the next cast was the, I want to say the Silvers. I think it was the Silvers. Brittany and Quick, the Silvers. I'm familiar with DJ Quicksilver. I think the world is. He's been in this game a long time. He is a legend in those DC streets. He's a world renowned known DJ. So here's a history, honey, a very extensive history and past that we know about, honey, and child. So it was I was shocked that he actually is on the show because the history that he has and the stuff that he's done in his past. I was shocked that he would want to be on a television show where those things could be brought back up into light. So I was very shocked and very surprised that Quicksilver decided to take a step into the reality world because when you have things that you may want to keep there in your past that she may not want to unearth or be unearthed, that she wouldn't want to come on reality television because, as we know, when we do reality TV, they will dig up your past. They will go and find things they can bring to the light. Because Carlos King, who is the producer of the Love and Marriage franchise, does his digging, honey. He loves to go and find stuff to bring up. So I was shocked that he, decided to do the show. But he has a beautiful family. Brittany, his wife, is beautiful. She's stunning. He has, like I said, a beautiful family, and their relationship dynamic. It's an interesting dynamic because Quick is a DJ. He's always busy, and we see that there has been a source of strain in his marriage to Brittany because Brittany wants him to be at home more and wants him to kind of take a reduced load as far as working because he's always busy, and he doesn't seem to want to do that. And when you know how those things go when the spouse feels like their other spouse is not there enough or they don't get enough of their attention and time, that opens the door for things to happen, i.e. cheating. It don't have to be physical cheating. It could be emotionally cheating because they feel like their spouse is emotionally unavailable, physically unavailable, and so that leaves a door to be open because, the spouse that is asking for attention feels neglected. So I'm like, ugh, that's not a good sign. And I hope that, they fix that. I hope that he, realize that because that's a sign right there. I'm noticing already, but in that couple, like we see a little bit of an issue right there. Because like I said, he is a DJ that he is, and he is famous, so he does a lot of touring and traveling and stuff like that. And so Brittany, her concern of him being gone so much, and I really hope that he hears her and heard her, because she's a beautiful woman. So I'm like, I know that he wants to be home with her. I know that he has a beautiful woman at home. Like, why would you not want to be home with her and spend time with her and your kids? As much as you can. So but we see that there is like I said, the strain in their marriage. We see that there's one of the strains from episode 1. We kind of already see that. We get introduced to the Tylers as well. Ariana and her husband, and I love their family. They have a beautiful family. They have a I love their energy on the show. Brittany and Ariana have this fiery energy to them, like they both do in their own way. Ariana's energy, like baby, she is the diva of this group. I can say that, honey. She is the diva, diva, honey. She is fabulous, honey, and I live for it because I love a fabulous queen, honey, and she definitely gives that energy. Her and her husband, I follow them on social media, and I see their TikToks, and they are the most entertaining duo I've ever seen. Like they, have a ball, and you can tell that they really love each other. They really enjoy each other, and they've been married. What going on 26 years of marriage? Yes, and they had the anniversary, which I'll get to later. Party on this episode. And so we get introduced to them, and they have a son who is disabled, so they take care of him. But they have an older son, and uh, they have 3 kids altogether. But they have 3 kids altogether, and their oldest son, who was not in the home, he's doing his own thing, honey. He's a troubled child because he's out there in the streets and doing stuff that they are not happy with. And as we found out that that there's been a strained relationship between him and his father, that they don't speak, that they don't communicate at all because of the issues that they're having as a father and son. Because the choices that he's making, his father isn't agreeing with, and so how they go with parents and with kids. That happens, and it's unfortunate because at the end of the day, they're father and son. So I want them to figure it out because I get it's tough love, but come on, Jamie Senior, you gotta kind of ease out the tough and give more of the love. Cause I was like, ooh, he's like, ooh, he is not happening. Like he's not really feeling his son, and he's really not open to having a conversation or really connecting or really trying to have a conversation moment with his son. And I was like, ooh, I know it's bad. I know that he's done things you don't like, but ooh, but they have a good family nonetheless. So moving along, Monique has her launch for her Not for Lazy Moms podcast. She has her launch party for that and her Mila Eve's uh products and stuff launch. And so so she has her event, and the girls come and they get together and mingle. We meet her friend Winter. What's with these names? We go from a Stormy to a Winter. Okay. But anyway, child. So as you know, child. So Miss Winter has a lot of things, honey, going on with her, honey. Her and her husband are not together. will we meet her husband on the show? I think we will. Yeah, we will. They're not together, and she shaved half her head. Red flag number one. Sign number one is something wrong. Child. She is Monique's friend, and she's right now. She seemingly, is quote unquote sweet, but as the trailer shows, she's not so sweet, honey. She's actually gonna be in a lot of the mess on the show, and a lot of the drama as the show continues on, as we see in the trailer. But we meet her, and she, like I said, she is uh, married, going through divorce, whatever, child. Whatever issue she has going on, child. She's, her man was not with her. But yeah, the girls come to Monique's event and they chatted up, and kind of, have a little mingling session, and they all know each other. Been known each other for years. Monique said she met all of them at different points. She has known all of them for a pretty extensive time. So it was a good mingling moment between the girls. And then later on in the episode, we will get to the second event. But after Monique's event, we see Monique and Chris having conversations, about their relationship and issues that they're having and concerns, because they want to make sure that they keep a tight knit marriage and all that stuff. And then we go back to the Tylers, and we see Jamie and Ariana talk about their oldest son, and about him, talking to his oldest son, and really, having a conversation with him, and him coming to the party. And Jamie doesn't think that his son's gonna come, but who knows? And but we do see that he does show up. But at this point, Jamie doesn't think his son's gonna come, because their relationship has not been the best. So, Ariana does meet up with her oldest son, Jamie, because he went to get a car, and they talk, and she basically pours her heart out to her son, let him know, like, how afraid she is, because so much happens to black men out here, him being out like he is, and in the streets and doing and stuff like that, doing whatever he's doing, has her frightened and scared, and she just, worries for him, and and wants to do nothing but the best for him. And he understands that, he receives that, which is a good thing, because he hears his mom. He understands that she's concerned. He understands that she just loves him, that she wants the best for him. So, I was glad to see that he received that and understood that. And so the Tyler's have their anniversary party, which was a fabulous event. Everybody's there. They all come. Winter said she had never met DJ Quick Silva. Emphasis on never have met. And so she finally meets him, meets his wife, and the other couple, the Tylers, finally come, and Monique begins to press the Tylers for questions. Has a lot of questions for the Tylers regarding their how they've been able to maintain a union for 26 years. But I was like, Monique, girl, like, I know you want answers. I know you very inquisitive and wants to know how they're able to do it so long and be able to be together almost 30 years. But girl, kind of dial it back, because you're coming off very manic in your approach. But other than that, it was a really, really nice little get together. And Jamie Jr. did show up to support his father. The interaction was, it wasn't the best interaction between the son and father that you would think. But there's issues. So it's like there's this still unresolved issues, and him coming, of course, Jamie scene was happy, but you can clearly see, like, there is some unresolved tension. There's some unresolved issues that needs to be addressed. That has not been addressed yet, fully addressed anyway, between the son and the father, because they need to talk one on one. But that scene was a nice scene. It was a really nice, party that they had. And then the episode ended with, us going back to Monique and Chris, and they had the conversation about, basically, the party, and then went into Chris wrote this letter explaining things that he didn't like about himself. With some letter that he wrote about, there was like 10 things or a list of things that he didn't like about himself. that he's supposed to give it to Monique, and he hadn't done it, and that triggered something because they had a blow up. So that was a manifestation of something else that is going on. And Monique felt like he just, when it comes to like that, he doesn't care. And Chris admitted, that he was reluctant to do it, and that he didn't, really put the importance on getting that list together for Monique and for the whole point, because the point of the assignment, was given to them, by the therapist. So they were supposed to, well, he's supposed to do it. He didn't do it. So, he did admit to it, but it was a very cringy moment because they were really like clashing. It was really hard to watch because, I'm not used to seeing them like just really like clash like that. They had disagreements, but it was like really like, it was just cringy, like a train wreck. It was like, because it was him and her were talking to each other, and he was getting annoyed and irritated, and she was getting annoyed and irritated. And then, when you get annoyed and irritated, two people together who get annoyed and irritated, they usually does not end well. It was a very tense scene, very tense. I was like, that's not good. But but no one's perfect, and no relationship is perfect. So it's showing the truth that they don't always get along. So I respect it, because they would have been faking it and acting like everything was done in horror, they didn't want to be real. So I do like the fact that, yeah, say, hey, we're gonna show y'all, like, we don't always get along. We do disagree, and when we disagree, we can go hard on each other when we disagree. So, but it was a very cringy scene at the end of the episode. But like I said, overall the episode was really good. I say it was a very solid episode. It wasn't too much. Too much. It was just enough. So we'll see as the season progresses how good it gets, and how we know how better it gets. So on that note, y'all, I'm out. Until next time.